Hi, my ladies, and all you crafty people out there. This is Linda with KC Creations by Linda, doing a tutorial for Sugar Pepper Press. This is her tea bag, and it is so cute. What I love about these is it's really easy. You could make a ton of them, give them to your friend you're meeting for lunch, or it's coming over, whatever. You could put a gift card in it, pretty little note, whatever. They're so cute. It's got a tiny little card in the front. It says, "Savor the sip, the art of slowing down, taking a breath." And then the little tea bag paper says, "Sip, reflect, repeat." And it's just undone here. And you open it up. You've got two little journaling cards here. We've got our little pockets, little circles. There's the back. We've got this little guy goes in here, and then we wrap this around and stick our little end in there, and they actually stand up. If my mat was perfectly flat, just like so. And then we have this one. She has this particular one is called, hold on, I think this one is the Secret Sip Society. And each one comes in the classic version and in a faith version. And these two are classics that I've made. This is some purple baker's twine. Again, it's got the little card in it. Opens up. The two journal cards, pockets, little circles. There's the back. This time we're going to do the Sweet Sip Society. She can't put too many S's, or I can't talk. But we're going to do the faith version. So here's what we're going to be working with. Before, each one, I wasn't very clear, each one has a classic version and a faith version. So you actually get 6 of the little tea bags in the set. Here is our back and our inside, our pockets, there's our circles. There is the front and back of the tea bag itself, and here is our little ephemera cards and pretty backing paper to glue on the back of the cards. So I'm going to get everything prepped, scored, inked, and I'll leave some of it so I can give you some tips on how I do things. Might make it a little easier for you. And I'll be right back. Bye-bye. Okay, ladies, I'm back. I've got all my pieces prepped. And I am deciding which I want to be my front and what I want to be my inside. What do you think? I think the purple. Yes. I'll make that my front. So what we're going to do, get your scoreboard. And if you don't have a scoreboard, it's all right. Get the flattest ruler, the thinnest you can find, and you can just put it along there, raise up your page, and press it, and it'll make a score line. So we're going to line it up, and I've been asked, where do you line it up? I put the line that I'm scoring on right here, right in the center of the little trough there. And then I put it here, make sure that it meets. And then we're going to get our next one. Line it up. And she's made this pretty easy. I'm butted up against here, and it's coming out right at a score line. Okay, now, before I get carried away, this is my inside. I'm going to take some string, about 6 inches. I'm going to do about 7 just to give me some extra room. And this is going to be the little the little string that wraps around to close the top. So we need it in the back. And I always, if I glue it down, it's going to wiggle. If I tape it down, it's not. And I just use masking tape. You can use just regular Scotch tape, whatever you want. It will be glued in there also. But this just helps me keep it in the center. Then we're going to glue these two together. And I'm a gluer. I make sure that there is enough glue that the paper doesn't bubble. It's not going to come loose. How embarrassing to make a journal and they look at it and go, oh my God, it's not even glued. That would be something that would happen to me. So we're going to line it up the best we can. We're only human. So if it doesn't meet perfectly, we've got scissors. We trim it off. Pretty good. Little trimming. Make sure you give it a really good press where the score lines are. See my little white there I need to trim off. Look around the edges, see if there's any more. It's a little bit right there. I have this thing for white. I don't want any white showing. Looks like an unfinished project if it does. Then ink up where I've trimmed. Now, here we go. We're going to fold. This is our inside. Nope, excuse me. This is the inside. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold it up. Burnish it. And then on the middle one, we're going to fold it down. Give it a burnish. And before you burnish, make sure your lines are all lined up there, or it will be crooked. Fold this one that way. Now we've made our little thing so it will stand up like so. And of course, as I'm talking, I'm doing it absolutely backwards. For what? I had this big decision going, what am I going to make my front? And then I absolutely do it backwards. But that's all right. No harm done. We can just fold it the other way. I do this all the time. And fold this one up. There. Now my purple's on the outside. Little squeeze. There we go. Alright. This is our back. Let's put our little pockets in. And I have scored all my pockets except one. I'll show you how I do them. And a little trick. See these black lines? Those don't come. I put those on my scoreboard. Sometimes you don't have an absolutely flat edge like this. So you're kind of dangling out here. You have nothing really to butt up against here. So that helps me. I put that there, and then I make sure. And when it's darker, it just helps me. Square that instead of all the lines looking the same. Now, on your fold, you see you've got here and here. Now when I bend this over, it's going to be the same way, but you're going to have this tiny little thing here. And that's perfectly normal when you bend something in on a slant. So all you're going to do, and this is the one time you will cut on the score line. Most of the time you do not. So we're going to put it right there and give it a bigger angle. That way it doesn't stick out, and it will be the same on the bottom. Not quite as bad, but I'm just going to trim off a little just in case. Come here, little guy. Get it inked up. And we're ready to go. All right. On our little pockets that are both in the inside, they're going to fold inside each other like this. Can you see that? There's that one's tab and this one's tab. So fold our little tabs in. Do not put it on the fold line. Give it about 1/8 of an inch. Line it up perfectly with the side. Then take this one, scoot it in there, and line it up with the side. And because we're using wet glue, we can do a little cheating here and there because it'll let us wiggle it around. See how the two tabs are crossing there? See how good I held it. Get up from the score line, line up your sides. Come on, little guy, get in there. There we go. Just give it a press. Check to make sure we're not hanging over, and I am right there. So we're going to scoot him in a little bit. Come on, let's wiggle, guys. There we go. Now, she made the little circles. You can leave your pocket like this if you want. She has put them here, but if you didn't want it there, you could glue it up here. Whatever you would like. Another little trick, get a little scrap of paper, stick it in there, and I turn it over, make sure it is facing upward correctly, and I just make a little line here, just kind of crudely. Nobody's going to see this. I know that I can't glue in there. I hope I'm staying in camera. I work very close to my body. And here we go. Now I've got this, so get it lined up, and then I'm going to give that a press. And it didn't stick to my paper, so I know I didn't get any glue. Now we're going to turn it around. Put these little guys on. We're going to do the very same thing. There's our dog, Copper, our grand dog. He does not like the delivery trucks. And we have FedEx out there, and he thinks they're going to steal our stuff, I guess. I don't know. good. Do the very same thing. Excuse me, allergy season. Ugh. I think I've become allergic to clouds even. I'm putting a little glue on this one just to hold this one down a little bit. Press. And then we have another little circle. Little scrap in there. So how's y'all's summer going? Here in Texas, it is hot, but I love it. We were gone a long time to Colorado, and you talk about cold and snow. We have feet of snow in May. A little bit of glue there, so I'm going to keep pressing this down until it doesn't stick anymore. There we go. Now, the string is the back. Turn it over, and now decide which one I want on the front. I think the window. What do you think? They're both so cute. I think I'll go with the window. Okay, on this little guy, because we need our little circle here to wrap our string around, it's going to be, here's our string, it's going to come around and then wrap around our little circle we're going to put there. So here's your little circles. And why you use two is so that they're stronger and you won't bend the edges when you wrap the string around it. Sometimes I even use craft cardstock, put it on the back because no one sees it, but it just makes it really durable. Now we're going to find our center, so let me line it up here on my, there we go, put it about there. Take a pokey tool. Poke it through. Excuse me again. Now I'm going to take something, let me take my little paper here and fold it, my little scrap. I'm going to stick it under here because I don't want my brad. Somewhere I have a little purple brad. There it is. Well, I think there it is. Hold on. Get it. Put it in there. Got this glue on my fingers. It's driving me nuts. Turn it over. I get super messy. You should see me paint. Like a room. It's like I'm painted. I could blend in with the room. I have so much paint on me. And this just gave us just a little bit of space where it's not really tight. Press it down just a little bit in the center. Get my good old masking tape here. Cover it up. Sometimes if you don't get them real tight, your actual little circle will start spinning around. So that just keeps it in place. Make sure you've got your string in the back. Put it on here, just like so. Get it centered all the way around. See that little white spot? I gotta get that off. Then just give it a press. And if you ever see any glue leaking out, which happens all the time, make sure that you blot it up quickly because it will leave a shiny spot. And let me trim that little white off. There, I feel better. Okay, got our little tie on. This is where this will go around, like so. Come on, Linda. There we go. All right. Now, on the end of our little tea bag string, we have got these two. It says, "How sweet are your words." This is the faith version of the tea bag, and "Buzzing with Joy." I think I'll pick this one. And we're going to sandwich it, the string, between them. There's the back. Get it in the center. Put a little glue, and then I'll do some tape again, just so it doesn't ever come off. I tell you, this is the strongest masking tape I have ever had. It likes to stick to my fingers. Make sure you get all your edges really good. Make sure it's facing upwards, and we're going to see what a good cut job I did to see how they match up. Sometimes it's like, gosh, God, Linda, what did you look at? Okay, see, got a little white. Trim it off. A little bit there. A little bit there. There. Now, give it a squeeze around that string. Make sure you've covered up all your little trim jobs. And then this will go in the pocket we're going to put there. And here's the little pocket. Little bee on it. Put that right in the corner. And that's going to be our little tuck spot to hold our tiny little card and our tea bag string. There. So this one will be our little card. And you guys, if you ever want me to do a tutorial on anything that maybe you're struggling with or don't understand or even afraid to tackle, just reach out. Give me a call, and if I know how to do it, I'll be glad to show you. If I don't know how, I will figure it out or find someone who does. There we go. And that'll fit right in there. Now let's turn it around. This is our outside back for our other cover. Make sure you're even all around the best you can. Okay, here's our little guy so far. Now we need to make our little cards. Now, this is the way I do my camera. There's no need in cutting it out twice, so I just roughly cut around it on the piece of paper. I'm going to glue them down. That was a little excessive. Let's cut some more off here. And I'll show you a little tip on inking. I'm a heavy inker. I love it. Some people aren't. Some people don't like it at all. So that is totally up to you. But I'll show you both ways. That might help you. You can probably see it easier if I use a piece of white. Now you can put this on your trimmer if you want. You got to be very careful using a trimmer when you're cutting out and it's still wet. Let me show you a little trick. You never want, if your glue is wet, you never want to start above here, above your image, and come down, because it could crinkle it, wad it up. So what we're going to do, and get it lined up here, move our blade to the center, go this way, and go that way. It's perfect. This thing is making me crazy. You can, like I said, you can use your scissors, whatever you like. The camera does not run out of battery like it did yesterday. This is the second time for me. Yesterday it ran out and I was at a point there was no way I could back up. So we're making another one. I need like a big flashing light or some horrible noise. Battery. Danger, Will Robinson. Remember that old movie? Okay. Ink these up. Most people do it like this. Okay. And you get just the edge. Can you see that? It's just the edge. Or, if you take your ink applicator, butt it up here and tilt it in, you get heavier. Can you see the difference there? And you can also go like this. That really gets it. It just depends what you like. And we have our cards, they go in here. And we wrap it around. And I just let the looks of the long string. I think it's cute, and it really draws your attention. What is all that? And there's our little tea bag again. It sits up if you want it. You could use this in a journal, but I would really give the bottom a good press. You could just glue it down like that if you wanted. And do it which way to go. There you go. And it would be like a focal point. Right, let's get this one wound around. Tuck in our little tag. Easy peasy. So we made our 3 little guys. This one back. They're fun, they're easy, they make cute little gifts. They're there, all 3 of them. Jump over to Sugar Pepper Press, pick up your set, have some fun. You can decorate this, embellish it with lace or little pearls, whatever you would like. Thank you for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Until next time, stay crafty. Bye-bye.